great state of Illinois. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Dances by him, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. 44-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He's got Lewis. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Set, ready. 6 set.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Let's go now. World green. Black 40. Black shot. Ready, ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
at the 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
And the 13-year man puts it through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
Down. 33, yellow, set.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chicago.
Right back to him on first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down,
Here we go.
Chicago.
Yellow, ready?
Here's a give up the middle. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
He's across midfield.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Come on, set.
Brings up 2nd and
Flag,
4.
95. Set.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First down, Chicago.
Blue check. Let's go. Cut.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down at 7.
And 7.
Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Calling a gain of a couple. That's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Or you play really good run defense, but you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around, here they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
At the 12-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
An extra point attempt to come here. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score. Our home team
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get a right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's on his way. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. You hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Our home team 17.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, Chicago.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. After one, 17-7 to score on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Cut. Cougar 19.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Gentry. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Now a handoff up the middle. Gentry. Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go. 19 target. I got him.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Chicago.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
First down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Let's go now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of buying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
His kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Visitors 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Pressure comes and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Soto. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Let's go. 60-6.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Soto. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's not cool about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Let's go now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school And one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come down here and hit you little people.
Good run there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
First and goal.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Hey, check that. Check it down. Go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Our home team, 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. One final goal for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, what a juke into space. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 27-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen in our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On play action, they'll throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
3 plays and out.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it here. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
He's taken for his wide out. Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Let's go now.
Brings up
Ready,
2nd
ready.
and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Get it. Go.
Up the middle they go. Gentry. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Alert! Alert!
They'll keep it on the ground. Gentry. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That's good.
Okay, great.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Offense will line up for a...
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
That makes the score. Our home team 28. Visitors 21.
And of course on the 2-point try had the option to run or pass. They pass it there and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and Boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Chicago.
Go!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 13-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I have to think that the wheels are really spinning in their play caller's mind now. That little setback there on first down. They'll have 3 more shots if that's what it takes, because they've got to take field goals out of their thought process. They need a touchdown and a conversion to tie this game. What play calls does he have on that sheet?
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The kick is
extra point right down the middle. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Soto. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gentry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Cougar 19.
2nd and 4. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
48-yard line.
Liking 18.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 49-yard
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Get it. No.
On 1st down, Gentry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ready.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey. Gravity lying.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now a give, right side. McDonald. Great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready. Trick the Eagles. Go.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Come on. Hey. 77.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. Third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
18, tied in. Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The offense on third down tonight, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Called a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
85, incomplete. It's a turnover on down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, check this.
On the give, this is their fullback. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Gentry. Only a yard on the pick up there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and that will keep this a 3-point game. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Here we go. Ready.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Unlock line. Here we go. Set. Pat the 60. Pat.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
19, Tiger, 19.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Hey, check that.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ready. 18, top. Ready.
Here's a give up the middle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run for it. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead here in the fourth. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now second down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
They'll drop the throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's third down. They'll go with the keeper. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they're going to be settled down around the 15-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Here comes second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They'll bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Roll. Ready, go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Brings up second and 12.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Ready, alert. 18 Cardinal.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.